Hi, I'm Debbie Turley, and I am an occupational therapist here at the Rehab Institute of St. Louis. I actually work for WashU, but I work over here in the Occupational Performance Center, and I'm an occupational therapist that works on going back to work. My clients who need to go back to work after injury or some type of illness, I help them and the doctor figure out when they're ready to go back to work. Typically, an occupational therapist will work on helping their clients to achieve independence and satisfaction with life skills, or basically the things that occupy your time that are important to you and that you need to get back to. And the OTs typically will work with people from birth to elderly. So we work with all different ages on whatever goals and life skills they need to get better at. So for instance, with a child, they might need to work on play or school goals, whereas with an adult, I might, or another OT might work on being able to feed yourself after having a stroke. Or we also work in the community for people that are trying to get back to doing financial skills within their job, or trying to just manage the stresses of life after alcoholism or something like that. So all different areas of OT, it's really nice because you can decide what area of OT you're interested in, and you can go towards that route, or in the midst of your career, you can always reinvent yourself and decide to stop working with adults and go into peds. So it's a great career to work with all different ages and all different abilities and different aspects of life. OTs work in all different areas of practice, from the neonatal intensive care unit through the community or in people's homes. It's great because a lot of OTs work in hospitals, but you don't have to. You can work in the person's home. You can help pediatric or kids work in the schools, and just all areas of how we have to navigate life in the community. And so it's a great thing about OT. We're not limited. I am not a typical OT, although you might think I am based upon the word occupational therapist. Occupational usually refers to what occupies your time that's important to you. I actually do help people in their occupations when they've been injured or have had a neurological injury. The doctors aren't sure whether or not they should write a release for them to return to work, so they'll send them to us, and we will look at their job and what their job does, or how their job challenges them, and then we will try to challenge them in that same way with job simulation and trying to figure out if they're ready to go back to work. If they're not ready, then we work on helping them establish some strategies and ways to get ready to go back to work. So I work really closely with doctors, other physical therapists, other occupational therapists, speech therapists here at the hospital. I also talk to employers and human resource managers to try to help people figure out when they're ready to go back to work. Sometimes I'll even go on the job site. So I really like my job because everyone's job is different, and I have to figure out whether or not they're ready to go back to that job or not. Since I do work here at a rehab hospital, I get to work with lots of medical professionals. I work closely with the physical therapists, the other occupational therapists, speech therapists, social workers, and the doctors. So it's a great team approach. It really helps me to figure out when a person's ready to go back to work, because I can then go talk to the physical therapist and say, hey, how far is this person walking, or what's their balance look like to you? And we can come up with a team decision on whether or not the person is ready to get back into their daily routine of life and work safely. So it's really great to have a team to work with. I do also get to communicate with human resource managers and the person's job. And here at WashU, we have a great working relationship with the doctors. I email them a lot, and they email me back, and we trust each other's opinions. And it's really nice to have that professionalism and respect.